No, I listen to it all the time. I tell all my friends to Smack It Raw.
Following podcast contains mature content. The views and opinions expressed by the host are not necessarily those of the host. Listener discretion is advised. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the #1 wrestling podcast on places where you can find people having sex on the internet, the Smackin It Raw podcast. I am your host, the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden Mad Ritter, and I am here with my co-host this evening. She is host of the She Lead Showcase, Inside the Mind of, In the Crowd, Getting Off, and Story Time with Ms. Katie Kinsey Bebe.
Hello.
He is the Pornhub Poppy, the Sultan of Spitter Swallow, Daddy Delgado, my friend Vince.
What's up, y'all?
And back for the third or fourth time for Lean Malenko, Dom.
Yep.
The second or third time for Darrell, and the very first time for B. It is Powerbom Jutsu, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
Yo.
Thank you.
This
Thank
is
you
my
for
first
having us here.
time on Pornhub, y'all.
I know.
I did not think it was going to be like this. I did not think it was going to be this way. But
That's what everybody says.
We made
Now,
it.
well, Pornhub's been giving us some issues. So Pornhub is they're banning states from accessing them. They're going through all this shit, right? They got all this ID verification bullshit. So they're all like, if you're not ID verified on Pornhub, we're not, and you got guests on, they're not posting our shit. So I'm convincing Travis to move to #2, which is actually X Video. So we might start soon.
I thought you said X Hamster.
#1. Well, I read the rankings wrong. X Hamster is third. Plus, X Video sounds better. #1 wrestling #1 wrestling podcast on X Video versus #1 wrestling podcast on X Hamster. Like X Video. So we may be sliding over, which I'm okay with. It is what it is. Pornhub wants to be difficult, but I want to thank everyone for joining me today. Looks like we got JJ, Allison, and Will in the chat right now. A few other people. Before we get going, this is our last
Give him a second.
WrestleMania. Oh, sorry. This is our last episode until after WrestleMania. There will not be an episode WrestleMania weekend because Katie will be at WrestleMania. Vince will be on his honeymoon. And I'll be in Tennessee visiting the Will Gray, Allison, and then my best friend John and his girlfriend who all live down there. So none of us are going to fucking be here. So we ain't putting on a show next week. It is what it is. However, April 5th is my birthday. So that Friday as I'm driving down, it will be my birthday. And one of my guys, our Patreon subscriber, good friend of mine I've known for a long time, Mike, he sent me a birthday gift. I got it in the mail, and he wanted me to open it live on air. I don't even know what the fuck it is, but we're going to open it and see.
Oh, okay.
Crazy.
Boxing.
He ain't going to give me anything that's going to get me kicked off air. He's better than that. So,
Right. We need Pornhub, so it's not going to be crazy.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Look at that.
I'm with it.
that's my guy.
You can put that on the door.
And as Young Kings Wrestling said on the recent episode of theirs, despite his support of Blue Lives Matter, he does have a brother that is a cop. And if BSK says he's okay, so do we. So I trust the Godfather.
You're making a real good argument for Undertaker right here.
Try
I
it,
knew you
man.
was going to say something. I knew you was going to say some shit. I was waiting.
I knew he was too. I got ahead of that shit.
You know me.
I see your
I was
face.
about to say something too.
I know. I see
Listen,
it.
That's a good argument, though.
You see my
Can't
face?
fight
Speaking of
that
saying
one.
something, speaking of saying something, I haven't listened to the latest episode of Powerbom Jutsu, but I did listen to Waste the White Skin, right?
Oh my goodness.
And
Shout out
I
to
heard
Paul
y'all
Mooney.
talking about Waste of White Skin, which is cool. It's fine. It is what it is, except for the fact that nobody mentioned the biggest waste of white skin, my arch enemy, Matt Riddle, who threw everything the fuck away.
We didn't want to bring him up. He's a waste
if
of
we're
life.
talking about waste, yeah, exactly. So I was just like, I was waiting for it. I was waiting for Dom to be like, oh, hashtag Ritter over Riddle. Nothing. I was hurt.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Man. Next time, man.
Hell.
Well, add it into your show right now to let people know.
Oh, Matt Riddle is a waste of white skin, and as someone with white skin, I am an expert.
You can't see it because his screen's blocking it off, but the brick background is spray painted that says "fuck Riddle."
Yeah, it does. Like right where my head is. Says fuck Riddle. All right. With all of that said, yeah, the New Japan TV champ, that guy. Hashtag Ritter over Riddle. Thank you, JJ. I want to thank everyone who's watching us. If you're watching us live at youtube.com/creationworld, where it is free to like, to subscribe, to comment. Katie, what does that do?
Boost the algorithm and helps find new listeners.
That is correct. And Katie, why is that important to me?
Oh, because you're a whore.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. I am a whore. I am a whore for your likes, for your comments, for your views, for your entertainment. I want you to share me around like you would a whore, ladies and gentlemen. Pass me to your friends, your family, your aunts, your uncles, your brothers, your sisters, step family, all of that. If you enjoy me, I think they would too. I'm here to please, right? And while I'm pleasing you, I need you to do one thing for me over there on YouTube. Flick that bean, hit that notification bell, get notified every time we go live, whether it's every Friday at noon for the Creation Conversation, every Saturday, now at 10 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. Eastern for Smackin It Raw, and every other Sunday, including tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. Eastern for Getting Off, where we are debuting Trick or Trivia, our horror movie trivia. Katie's going to be there. Will's going to be my Vanna White. Our boy Reek's going to be there participating. We got Tommy coming through. He's not here yet, but he will be. So come check us out for some horror trivia tomorrow night. Again, last show that we have before I take a break for a week. I don't know, about a week. So we won't have anything after that. Also, you guys can check us out live at twitch.tv/Creation World. There it is. Where if you have a Amazon Prime subscription, you have Prime Gaming. If you have Prime Gaming, you link that to your Twitch account, you get a free sub every month. It costs you jack shit. You're already paying for that fast delivery. That's how Mike got me this flag was, expedited delivery. So it was here on. You want that shit? You're already paying for Amazon. So this costs you nothing. So it costs you nothing to support us. To be like, hey, these guys are cool as fuck. We want to help them out. Katie's over on Twitch. You can support her. She's been taking sub 5. Our boy Will Gray, who's in the chat, Rivet City Radio. They got a bunch of great shit over there. You can support them too. Listen, if you don't want to support us, support your favorite Twitch streamer. Use that sub. Don't let it go to waste. Amazon's got enough fucking money. Let them spread it around a little bit. Everybody use that sub. Give it to somebody you love. We are also live on Twitter right now. I haven't seen anyone from Twitter yet, so I don't know if that actually worked out or not, but I tried it. We'll see what happens. Oh, Bill's here. Bill, you missed it. I did open it. I opened it right at the beginning of the show, and I want to thank you. This is absolutely beautiful. I'm going to find a spot in the background, hang it up so everybody can see it. So I appreciate it, man. With all that said, Katie, news and rumors.
Yes, that's me. Next gen, it's basically WWE's like Tough Enough, Breaking Ground kind of thing that they're doing with new tryouts and stuff like that, reality show-esque. April 1st, so Monday on the Roku channel. Yeah, the Roku channel. Okay. That's what they decided to put it on. I don't know. So that'll be a thing. They didn't say like how long it would be, how many episodes, nothing like that. I just know that it's going to be there at that time.
1 second, Katie. Temple Play said, if you Smackin It Raw, you have a lot of mistakes. Right now, my pullout game is strong. I got one, and it was on purpose. Got to be clear.
Pullout game strong, Katie, like Cena.
Right?
Undefeated.
Kicking out at 3.
Yep. I pull at 3.
Can I go on, Matthew?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to address it. Sorry, go ahead.
Jesus. Double or Nothing, May 26th, Vegas, MGM. I just don't like the MGM Grand, and Matt tried to give me shit for it on my show. I just don't like that. I don't like it. It's too small.
I didn't give you shit for not liking MGM Grand. I just said I expect AEW to go to the MGM Grand because they can't fill anything bigger. So why not go there? Like, it makes sense that they're going there. That's all I said.
It makes sense. I just personally don't like it. And I wouldn't go anyways. I'm busy.
TC might go. Shout out to TC.
I think TC is. He has missed every opportunity to see Mercedes because he got gypped of it when we went to SummerSlam because of some bullshit. So he needs to see Mercedes. So he will be going to Double or Nothing more than likely. If he doesn't, he's fake.
Like I said, it's Vegas, right? You can't do are you going to go to Atlantic City? Like, you can't do a gambling themed pay-per-view really anywhere else but Vegas.
That's true.
That's true.
I don't see anyone complaining about Double or Nothing being an exclusive Vegas show, but people complain about AEW going to Chicago all the time.
No, fuck that. We don't want it anymore.
Not after Chicago?
I don't run Chicago. I'm just saying, after the way they treated our boy Punk over there, we don't need All Out every month. They can take that shit and go ahead.
Talk about
so when we go to Chicago, we got to check in with you, right? First,
you do.
Before anything?
You should, absolutely.
He is the warden after all. He is the warden, so check in with him.
Right, check in with you.
I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't check in with me anyway if you're in town. Like,
I'm not going to check in with you. Like, I'm in the city. If you don't check in, I might get shot. Some shit like that.
Jesus.
You listen. I am here to make sure you don't get shot. I'll tell you where not to fucking go. Like, I got you.
All right, cool.
I'll keep you safe in Chicago. But anyway, TV show on Roku, MGM Grand. What else we got, Katie?
New COO in AEW, Kosha Irby, has previous experience with like sports teams and doing stuff like that. I apparently was in or worked with WWE for a little bit of time too. They need to clearly do something to switch things up. So maybe this will be a step in the right direction for them. I don't necessarily think it's going to happen because Tony Khan's still there, but we can hope and dream.
Yeah.
It's all we really can do at this point. And the WWE Speed Championship. This is so like for those. Yeah, like
title looking ship.
Basically, I don't know what the title's going to look like yet, but for those who don't know what that is, it's going to be 3-minute matches on Twitter, specifically on Twitter. And there's going to be a tournament starting April 3rd. They didn't say anything about who's in the tournament, how long the tournament is, anything like that. It's just 3-minute matches on Twitter. Person who wins becomes Speed Champion. I don't fucking know.
What was it that Dave Chappelle said? He's a speed fucker. He's just trying to hit his best time. Wasn't that thing? I feel like that's what this is.
Feels very gimmicky, especially since it's targeted towards X, Twitter, or whatever. We'll see how it is. I'll give it a chance.
Sound like a drug party, man.
Speaking of which,
oh man, shout out.
Oh man, I was gonna say I'm not gonna give it a chance at all because the damn website never works anymore.
Oh, that's true.
Like, 3-minute match is gonna take 6 minutes. Oh, that was crazy.
Without the buffering,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically 205 Live.
Hey, 205 Live was good for the first week and a half. It was good.
I thought they did really good, especially when Neville was the king of the cruiserweights gimmick. Once they decided to steer onto Enzo Amore being cruiserweight champions, when shit went down south.
I fucked with the classics. I didn't watch 205 Live. I fucked with the classics. So it was a Cruiserweight Classic, the Mae Young Classic, all that shit. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Bring those back. Anything else, Katie?
No, that's it.
All right. Well, then, I guess it's that time, ladies and gentlemen, to spit or swallow the week in wrestling. B, do you want me to start with you, or do you want to see how things go and save you for last?
I save me for last. I won't let A spin that shit. I want
to. Okay. Dom's the vet here on Pornhub. Dom, spit or swallow.
So what? Anything? Oh my god, that sounds fucking disgusting.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say,
but
how many times have you been here?
I know the Rock ass whooping on Cody, man. I'm gonna swallow that. It was a good old fashioned bowling shoe ass whooping. He whooped his ass in some fly gear, Versace was talking that good shit, so I'm excited.
Look at your boy. Look at your boy.
Here in Chicago, dragged his ass outside in the rain, busted
In the
him
fucking
open.
rain, man. Wow.
But I thought he was gonna throw him over a ledge. I'm like, Rock, please throw this nigga over the ledge. I thought he was gonna do it, but he didn't.
Yeah, no, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, he's gonna toss him over the ledge, isn't he? He's gonna try to murder him. But it was good. And I'm team Cody. I'm team let's finish the story. And I'm team like Rock, like get out of the way, bro. I'm trying to watch Cody versus Roman build. But that was entertaining. That was fun as fuck. Had the whole arena like in the palm of his hand. Like that was amazing. And then the confrontation earlier as well, like together was really good because Rock, all he did was come in and whisper sweet nothing since his ear, and then follow suit with what he said he was going to do, make him bleed.
Whoop your ass.
Jay Lands announced. I mean, my notes literally say The Rock showed up in Chicago and didn't do shit. Oh wait, never mind. Yeah, no. I got B and Dom and Darrell. Are you guys team finish the story or where are you guys sitting at?
I'm not. I hope he lose again.
I do too.
Is it just y'all want to watch the internet burn, or you just?
Nah, I just like a sad ending, man.
Well, you do realize this show is all about happy endings, right?
Yeah,
that's what we do here is happy endings.
Mm-hmm. But see, this ain't gonna be on there. Sad for Cody. Oh man, he broke a lot of hearts in that crowd last year, man.
Oh man.
I want to see it again. Little kids crying and shit. Oh man.
Roman crying.
Chicken back.
I want to see it.
But I want Cody to win, man. After the ass whooping last year, and he's taking right now, he got to win.
He's got to,
like,
right?
He's been taking a lot of ass whoopings, man.
Right.
I mean, my guy just recently extended his contract past his 40th birthday. So I would hope that, if they invest in him, like monetarily speaking, you should put the title on him. Might as well.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, if you really think about it, there's always next year. Just right.
Nah, man.
Real quick, while we got you on some
next
heel
year,
shit, what is that? Darrell, while we got you on some heel shit, what is that Venom symbiote that's like growing behind you?
I have no idea why it's doing that. It's just a couch.
Okay,
just a couch.
Because I'm worried for your life. I watch a lot of horror movies, and that doesn't look safe.
No, it's perfectly fine. It's not going to find anybody. It's not going to kill me.
Okay.
Good luck to you.
It looks like he just has a gift playing in the background, like it's going to be attacking that little bar area.
Right.
Also, B,
there
just
you go.
so you
Venom
know,
is coming.
I did tell you, this is we had the intro. We said, hey, viewer discretion advised, blah blah blah. I had this talk with Darrell and Dom once after they came on the first time. I want y'all to be authentically you. Say whatever the fuck you would say on your show. Don't hold back. Just be yourselves. So don't worry about the white people in the room. We're cool. Say what you got to say.
I may look white, but I'm actually Latino, so it's okay.
That he is. So speaking of Latinos, Vince, spit or swallow.
Oh, okay, cool. Fuck it, I'll start with my Latinos. I'm gonna swallow the setup that they had on SmackDown with LWO and Legado. And shout out Ray Phoenix. Dragon Lee. I'm tripping.
They all look alike at this point.
Wow, man. Come on.
It's okay. I can get away with it.
It's 2024. Come on.
It's all right.
Seriously, Vince, what the fuck?
Dragon Lee being the new member LWO, I thought it was a nice little setup. I was curious as to what they were gonna do. I thought maybe they'd do a multi-person tag match with all the members of LWO versus Legado, Dom, and someone else. I like what they're doing here. I like the little back and forth. They set up a match with Elektra Lopez and Selena Vega for next week. You get the quote unquote future Lucha Libre dubbed by Rey Mysterio and Rey Mysterio versus Dom and Santos. I don't like that they're going back to Dom versus Rey again at Mania, because I thought they were going to do something different with Dom, but I guess this is their way to make sure he's still on the card. and another way for them to even out the numbers game with Legado, but then they add another member, so now there's still a numbers game there. All good stuff. I loved it. It was fun to watch. That match is going to be a speed style match because it's going to be 205 live cruiserweights from WCW style. They're going to go back and forth. It's going to be fun to watch. And the implications that no one in Judgment Day knew that Dom was going to do this, really good. Those are planting some seeds for something down the line too. So it's layers there, you know. Carlito turning it would be interesting.
What is that? Just like you want The Rock to be a heel and use Becky's book, or do you not like Becky Temple Place? That because I mean I would read it on the toilet, but I wouldn't use it for toilet paper. That's expensive ass toilet paper. That book's way more expensive than a roll of toilet paper.
The Rock got it though. The Rock got it.
I'm using quality toilet paper, not like a fucking piece of book paper. Like that's just crazy.
Hey man, that's got good paper in those books sometimes, you know.
That's
like some real glossy and yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna put it on my ass, but it's good paper.
Bill says Carlito's gonna turn.
I mean, he works better as a heel. Carlito works better as a heel.
Okay, hear me out on this.
Okay,
Carlito turns, but Primo and Epico return, and now we got 3 stables feuding. Yeah, let's just make it complicated for no reason.
LWO Puerto Rico, LWO Mexico, Legado del Fantasma, aka Paquete de Lobos, the Wolf Pack.
The Wolf Pack.
So you got like this Latin warfare, pretty much.
Wow.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Like, give it to me. Like, I know a lot of people like to complain. It's like, oh, they're putting all the Latinos together. Me personally, all the Latinos are together. Cool. I love it. Put them all in there. Throw in Andrade in there too. I like seeing all my Latinos together. That way, you know, like I know none of them get excluded. I'm all for it.
Brown Breaker there too, because Dominican.
Ooh, Braun? So the tan is natural then.
Nah.
Nah.
You see that lineup, man? He goes to the Dominican barbershop, man. Get that shit lined up.
Oh man.
Shout out to the homie Braun Breaker then.
Dominican Braun, that's what we call him on the show.
Since I like kind of saw, but I didn't really see it because I was doing my hair. Toni Storm had an interview on Collision, and she kissed Mariah May. Big swallow. I don't even know what it was talking about on Collision. Go, Matt. I retweeted it. You can go look.
I recorded the fucking show. I'll watch the whole 2 hours just to see that shit.
Yeah. You can. It's like we've been saying. It's giving Mickey Trish early 2000s type shit. It's the turn's coming from Mariah, and it's gonna be great. But I just love what they're doing with it right now. And Mariah was so shocked and like taken aback and just like, oh, it was great. It was a great time for me. This is for me.
I'm swallowing that, and I didn't even see it. I'm
yeah, me too.
I swallow and then go back and watch.
Just save that for later.
Darrell,
all right.
With you here, I'm expecting some TNA stuff.
Yep.
I thought about
everything.
I thought about everything. Yep. This isn't just AEW and WWE. Whatever the fuck you watched this week. So I put TNA specifically in the tweet because I knew you were coming and I knew you had some shit for me.
Perfect. See, I was gonna go with SmackDown, but screw it. Since TNA's on board, I'm swallowing Steve Maclin and the Rascals splitting up because it never made sense to me, and they had been doing it for like 2 months. Like Steve Maclin, no, he doesn't belong with the Rascals. He's like 15 years older than him. Yeah. He's not a stoner. Doesn't make sense. I'm so glad. But at the same time, I also want to spit Zachary Wentz wearing a see-through blouse because that was crazy.
I'll personally spit Zachary Wentz all the time, so I don't understand how he got Gigi Dolan, and I'm a little jealous. So
hey, when you got it, you got it.
I have a Zachary Wentz story. He hit me with a turnbuckle before.
It's on video.
What turnbuckle?
It's on video.
Yeah, turnbuckle pad. It's on videos on my Twitter page. So that event, he was tearing it off, threw it, and it hit me right in the face.
Damn.
That fucker.
Anthony, I don't know if Liv's going to Mania or not. It seems like they were setting something up. We got one more week, so we'll find out probably on Monday.
Her and Nia? What do you mean they weren't setting anything up? Yes, they were.
To add her into the add both of them into the match or one of them into the match? Nah.
I don't know if they were adding them into the match. If they were setting up the match between the two for the winner. They were in the picture. It looked like they were setting something up. I didn't know what it was. So we'll see. So Steve Macklin, aka Mr. Perazzo, was hanging out with the Rascals, and now he ain't anymore.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That's basically it. I'm excited about it.
See, I get all of my TNA information from watching Powerbom Jutsu because, again, I don't get the channel that TNA comes on, and I'm not going out of my way to access it.
It's on YouTube.
So I got to pay for it. All right.
It's only $1.
I'm paying. Well, that's true. I guess if I ask people to pay $1 for our Patreon, I can't bitch at TNA for asking me to pay $1 for the All right, you win. Fine.
Oh man.
B, you're up. Spit or swallow.
All right, I think I know how it go now. And I'm going to swallow the trio of Naomi, Bianca Belair, and Jade Cargill.
Yeah, that was mine.
Sir.
So I was going to do before TNA. I'm with it.
I like it.
I'm with it.
I like it.
Because, see, I've seen a lot of bitching. I've seen a lot of people complaining, they put them all together like you just said, blah, blah, blah. But I saw this coming when they started doing the Bianca and Naomi stuff going against them. You got to put Jade on the show. Like, you brought her in at the Royal Rumble. We haven't really seen her since, other than who's she going to sign with. She signs the SmackDown. It made sense. She came out. She whooped some ass. That kick, her finish, just dropping damage control, staring at Asuka, looking like a fucking star. Same thing with Naomi.
Like little girls, man.
Bailey's
SmackDown, they got all the sisters on the show.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So do it. Yeah, I'm down.
That was the thing that I was saying earlier with the LWO Legato stuff, all the Latinos together. Like, this is cool to see 3 strong black women on WWE programming.
That's right.
Like, it's always going to be someone in the discourse being like, oh, why they got to lump all like I did see people like complaining. I saw this one post complaining like, oh, they got all the Latinos together, all the Asians in damage control, all the black women together now in a tag match. And I was like, dude, chill. It's representation. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, everybody's being represented. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah, it's not for you. Yeah. Go somewhere else. Like, your segment's coming.
Excited people were for Nation Domination. They at one point they literally had like every black wrestler on the roster,
and a couple white ones too.
Yeah, they had a white. They had the white dude fucking rapping the Nation Domination theme song. I was like, I totally forgot about
people
that.
People were still excited about that. Had their own
Black Girl Magic.
Boy. JJ said Black Girl Magic. Temple Place said that's Destiny's Child. And if that's the case, which one's Beyonce? Like,
y'all gonna be mad, but I'm gonna say it's still Bianca.
But it's
it's still Bianca.
Yep.
Damn,
all right, Dom.
Kelly Rowland.
Hey, Kelly Rowland's still a good spot to be.
Naomi?
No, the other one, and then what? And I think it's Michelle, the other girl, because they had 2 different members in Destiny Child at one point in time. They had 3.
Well, I mean, you don't want to get left out of the group.
No, okay.
All right, Dom.
She's all right.
Okay.
She came back? When did she come back?
Yeah, Michelle Williams. Yeah, it was Latoya and Farrah. They got kicked out the group. Well, I don't know if they got kicked out.
Yeah, they probably got.
Oh wait. Well, there's another one too.
I told you, man.
Latavia. Yeah, that's her.
Fuck wrestling. Let's just talk Destiny's Child for the rest of the show.
I could do it. I really couldn't, but I could try.
Dom, without me saying your name or you having to pay any bills, spit or swallow.
I already said The Rock though, but I'm gonna do my nigga Swerve and Evil Japanese nigga wrestling on Dynamite, and also my nigga Shibata and Will Ospreay wrestling. So it's combined of them 4.
Okay.
All right. You're fucking with me, right, Dom? Because you've been here a million times. You know I'm going to ask you like 10 times tonight to spit or swallow. You got to come with something new every time. Okay.
Right.
So okay, you're just fucking with me. All right. Yeah, no, Swerve.
All right.
Listen, Swerve and Joe, I'm all for that. I really am. Swerve is really, despite his feelings about being put on certain lists and all that shit and how people feel about his thoughts on that, he has shown himself to be a star in AEW. I am a huge Samoa Joe fan. Samoa Joe's got all the energy that I enjoy in a wrestler. He's just Joe has always been Joe, will always be Joe, and he's just a bad motherfucker. Like, it is what it is. He talks his shit and he backs it up.
Is he sloppy Joe?
I don't know if he's sloppy Joe yet or not, but we're shaped the same. So it is what it is. Yeah, no, I want to see this. Like I said, Swerve's really killed it over in AEW. Really, took that. I'm a mid-carder in WWE, and I'm going to prove to them that they fucked up like to a whole new level, and really showed his worth out there. So I'm down for this.
Yeah.
I know Vince didn't watch AEW, so he has no idea what we're talking about.
I watched up until they got to like when Mercedes pulled up to the venue, and then I'm like, okay, that was my Mercedes Monet cameo. I'm done for the evening.
She did more
to get through today.
I just couldn't get through the rest of the episode, man. I wasn't enjoying it.
I didn't even watch it.
Yeah.
Well, Vince,
I don't blame you.
why don't you tell us where were you? Oh, you were at that concert. That's right. Yeah. I remember now. Because you were supposed to come watch me play Final Fantasy and then bailed on me.
I didn't get home until like 12:30.
Nice.
You still on about that? Let the woman enjoy her concert.
I have to give her shit. I told her it was cool when she went, but then when she came back, I got to give her a hard time because then I had to play with myself. And who wants to play with themselves on the internet? Nobody.
That's a kink for some folks.
I don't know.
Vince, this is a no pause show. This is a no pause show. But while I have your attention, Vince, spit or swallow.
This is what's going to be my first spit because I think it's the most enjoyable piece of wrestling cinema aside of like the Rock stuff with Cody at the end of Raw. The verbal jabs between CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins. That shit was fucking hilarious. The crowd was fully engaged. CM Punk had everyone right here in his hands. Drew with the line that killed everyone in the arena, where he's like, "Bro, you don't drink, you don't do drugs, but you spend all your time in therapy and rehab." Thank you. That shit fucking killed me. And then he goes and tries to like, "Oh, I'm the chosen one," and then Punk rebuttaling, we're like, who chose you? Say his name. Who was he?
With you.
I'll say I'll say it with you. It was good shit.
That was good shit.
Drew, he told the cameraman, "Stop trying to fill him up my skirt, you pervert," and I about lost it right there. Like, Seth added nothing to that segment for me. I could have just watched CM Punk and Drew McIntyre go back and forth all night.
Useless.
Yeah. The big thing of it was the tease or like the foreplay of what CM Punk will be doing at Mania, because he will be at Mania. Will he be on commentary? Will he be special guest referee? Will be special guest enforcer a la Mike Tyson, So I'm all for it. Why not have Punk on Mania if you can still have him there, even if he's not wrestling? So have him there in some kind of capacity. I'm all for it. It was probably my favorite segment of the entire show. Me personally, but I'm biased.
It sounds like he's going to be on commentary, which Punk can talk, so like that's cool. I wanted him as special guest referee personally.
Yeah.
And when Seth's like, "Oh, I don't know if he can do that," he got down and he's like, "I can count 3, no problem. My arm works."
He said he's left-handed too.
Yep. So he does everything with his left hand. Is specifically what he says.
Yeah.
Nah, he does some other things with his mouth.
Oh man.
But
shout out to April.
No, I love the Punk shit. Of course, we talked about that. The look on Drew's face when Punk called him out and he's like, "Oh, who chose you? Say his name." Just the shit-eating grin because he wasn't gonna say it. he knew he got like it was what it was. That whole segment was great. So I'm with you on that, Vince.
Yeah, it was good.
Katie.
Yes.
Spit or swallow.
I'm gonna jump to NXT here. I'm swallowing the prime target on Trick and Carmelo Hayes. That was by far some of the best things I have seen in WWE recently in the past 10 years. The way it was shot, the like cameos from different people, like specifically like Johnny and Tommaso, who had the best feud in NXT, and they were best friends. Like, it's very apropos that they would be a part of that. Just seeing everything about that was so good. Like, that had my attention the entire time. Again, just whoever was the cameraman, give him all of the money, everything in the world. It was so good. Like, they don't do the prime target things often. I think the last one was Tyler Bate, maybe. I don't remember who he was facing, but if they save these for these types of matches, which Trick and Mello is the main event for Stand and Deliver, confirmed by HBK. Pretty sure the first two black wrestlers in NXT to main event a pay-per-view, specifically their biggest pay-per-view. That's all I needed. This is the match I'm probably most looking forward to almost the entire weekend.
Yes, but also...
But Tony D'Angelo.
I was going to say, I have that slim sliver of hope that my boy Tony D walks away NXT champion. So
really,
it's very... Yeah. Listen, as an Italian from Chicago, I ride the Tony harder than anybody. All right?
It's favoritism.
I'm sitting... Listen, TC says we vote everybody black. I'm sitting over here waving the Sicilian flag every week.
I am not an Italian from Chicago, and I fucking love Tony D'Angelo. I'm just Italian.
Right. He grew on me.
JT's black Italian, though. Shout out to him.
There we go.
He's lying. JT's a liar.
Which is the last episode, man.
Demanding an ancestry test. I'll get to the bottom of this.
I have to agree with Katie, despite that slim slither of hope that I have, that no, this is the match we've been building to. This is the biggest match, the biggest story going into NXT above anything else, and it deserves the main event. Like, Trick and Carmelo Hayes are going to be top stars when they move up to the main roster. We've already seen Hayes teased a little bit. When Trick comes out and you see that WrestleMania crowd whooping that Trick, and the whole crowd just in a year or two, it's going to be insane. So I cannot wait for this.
Singing that, whoop that Trick. I'm going to be singing it live.
Yeah.
We do.
Oh, nice.
Now, if they could just get the rights.
That Trick.
Just one time. That's all we
Just
need.
one
Just
time.
once. Just once.
Or even have them come out like It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp, 3-6 Mafia, Grammy Award winners. Like, come on.
Also true.
Been there, done that. All right. Darrell.
All right.
Spit
I'm gonna stick with TNA. I'm gonna swallow the return of Matt Cardona and Steph DeLander. They made their return Thursday, so that's gonna be fun. Knowing Matt Cardona, he's gonna stick around for about 3 months, not win a damn thing, and then he's gonna go. He's gonna go on Twitter. He's like, "I really love it." It's like, all right, man, we get it. But it's always fun to have him around. Last time he was around, he screwed Brian Majors, screwed him out. That was fun, but they're back, so that'll be nice.
So, do you have? Because is Killer Kelly missing? Is that a thing?
So they reported. Look, hey, TNA is closed tight. You can't get any information on those people. They reported that she was leaving, and she went on Twitter like, "I'm on vacation. I'm not going anywhere." Right? It's just like, let's be here.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Since she joined up with Masha Slamovich, the stuff that I've seen of her on social media, she has been the driving force that has been like, maybe I should find a way to watch TNA.
I mean, the stuff she's doing with Masha Slamovich could also end up on Pornhub sometimes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that alone was like, I need to
get shit over there.
What the fuck's going on here? So I didn't know if you had her on your list, and if not, I just wanted we had to talk.
Yeah, their gimmick is basically angry lesbians. It sounds crazy, but
that's a category. That's a category right there.
I'm
like,
a Killer Kelly fan. So,
oh yeah, she's great.
B, spit or swallow.
Trying to think if anything good happened, man.
It's okay to call some trash.
Yeah, you can spit.
Man, all that shit was trash then. I spit the whole fucking week for real. Man, we talked about this on our show. Like, it wasn't really nothing. No one was hitting for real.
Nothing.
You want to know what I had on my notes for a specific spit? Because generally, when I got this many people on, I don't do my spits. But Jericho and Hook, this ongoing Jericho and Hook relationship.
Let's just spit Jericho.
Spitting Jericho specifically.
Yeah, man,
Break his
Jericho.
neck.
We talked about Jericho on the show last week, man.
Man, Jericho looked like he's killing himself every match, man. It's one move every match. It looked like he's like, damn, that might be it.
Nigga use all his fucking energy just to do one move and shit.
For real.
And he bring out the longest matches. I feel like that's in his contract. Hey, this needs to be my shit. I don't care who main event.
No, it's because he's Tony Khan's supplier. That's the only reason.
Right.
I don't play that shit.
Yeah, there's no other reason they let him do terrible commentary every week. It's disgusting.
For real.
Every time I try to like watch Collision or Rampage, it's like, oh, Jericho's doing commentary again. I'm just gonna turn this off.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I can't do it.
JJ, I can't answer that question for you. You have to ask Twitch. However, if you know a man that needs Depends, now you know where to get them. The ad exists. Maybe there's something in your search history you should be telling us about.
Oh, definitely. Diapers in the search bar.
No kink shaming. No kink shaming.
No kink shaming. No, absolutely not.
Hey, man,
we support all
you
the
know how
kinks.
these phones and ads are nowadays. You type anything in, and that shit's gonna pop up.
Mm-hmm.
One time's all it takes.
Maybe you're just calling your man baby too many times, and they took it the wrong way.
I heard that shit.
All right. Dom, spit or swallow.
I'm gonna spit Rich Holland. I don't really give a fuck about that fake ass retirement.
He's got a lot left in the tank.
Cause he came back to NXT like, oh my god, he started injuring people, and now he's retiring. People are like, oh, I feel so bad for him. You guys bullied him. I'm like, fuck him. No, you didn't.
I did not give two fucks when he came out.
Lizzo's gimmick.
It's like
I get that. She quit music.
Nigga came back and started injuring people, and it's like that's a trash gimmick. And then he goes away, and he comes back. I'm retiring, and the people feeling sorry for him. Like nobody gives a fuck. And then somebody tweeted, "Oh, mental health's real." I'm like, guys, he's doing a Mark Henry bullshit over again.
Mm-hmm. It just ain't as good.
Yeah, sounds good.
They're not going to march this man out in front of live national television and have him give that speech if he is actually retiring from wrestling due to mental health, because they didn't do it for what the fuck was that? Lars Sullivan when he had his breakdown.
Nah, man, Lars Sullivan's breakdown was, "Hey, I hate gay people," and then he got called being gay. That's what caused his breakdown. He can't do that. That was his fault.
Yeah. He did it to himself. But I heard it's all storyline. I heard it's all storyline for sure.
It's all storyline. That's why it's on TV. But that's my point. The thing is, I didn't give a fuck about Rich Holland before he broke both of his legs down in NXT. I didn't really give a fuck about him on the main roster with Sheamus and Pete Dunne. I didn't give a fuck about him going back down to NXT. So if it's storyline or not, if the man wants to retire, okay, cool.
Rich Holland doesn't get a retirement speech. He's one of those wrestlers who just fades into the darkness, quits getting booked on Superstars or something, you know.
It's like most people in the Ruthless Aggression era, you know.
Right, just fade away.
Yeah, shout out Renee Dupree.
Yo, Renee Dupree? That's crazy. He's crazy right now. Shout out to Bob Holly though. He should have got a retirement speech. That's my guy.
Hey, the locker rooms need more Bob Holly in the locker room.
They do. They do.
AEW needs a Bob Holly in the locker room.
I said that on so many times.
They need like 5.
Oh man. You know what they
And-
should
and
have
you're-
done with Jack Perry? They should got him in like the middle of the
Yo.
ring of a match and started chopping him like Redacted Eddie and Bob Holly did to Daniel Pewter in that 04 Rumble, 05 Rumble. That's what they should have done to Jack Perry.
Or just put him through real glass. Katie, any thoughts or remorse on Ridge Holland?
Oh, I don't give a flying fuck.
I just want to
I-
make sure it was a general, like a full consensus. No one gave a fuck about Ridge Holland.
Oh no, I don't give a fuck
Come on
about
now.
him. He ain't doing
Everybody
nothing.
had to say it.
Hey, but he got me Sean Spears back, so like he gets that.
Okay.
Okay. He did something right.
Only one thing.
A broken clock's right twice a day.
Nobody.
I
was
thought
on
you were
the
gonna
rounds.
fuck that up.
I really thought he was too. He almost did.
I thought he was about to say twice a week. I'm like, that's not how that works, Vince.
Not how clocks work.
What kind of clock you got, man?
Mental clock. That's the one I use.
Mental clock, mental block, spitter swallow, Vince.
Okay. I'm gonna stick to Raw. I'm gonna swallow the whole segment with Rhea, Becky, and Dom. I thought it was funny. I thought it was good. Rhea calling everybody freaks and everybody just cheering it on. Like, yes, we are freaks for you, Rhea. That shit was funny. Becky Lynch, like, knocking the fuck out of Dominic Mysterio was hilarious as fuck. If other good things didn't happen in the week of wrestling, that probably would have been my contender for thumbnail of the week. But no, it was good stuff. They added a little bit more heat to the match itself, to the build, which I feel like it's been lacking a little bit. They got the little like brawl in the crowd area. You got like people trying to break it up. It's good shit. I'm looking forward to that match. I'm all for it. Put more emphasis on promoting your women matches. I'm all for it.
That's funny.
I love the idea that Becky thought going and talking about Rhea posting her ass was gonna like get people behind her. No, we love that shit. No, Rhea's 100% right. I am a motherfucking simp for Rhea Ripley. I'm here all day. Her hiking up her shorts and giving stink faces. I'm watching it on repeat. Like, keep doing what you do. The way you're pinning these women, keep doing what you do.
Do you see Shayna Baszler? Shayna Baszler's like, yo, hit me right now. I'm laying down for it. Bring it.
Shayna's
Shayna
like,
gets
I've
it.
seen what you've done for others.
Right. You put that ass right here.
And here's the thing. Our very own Katie Kinsey was the first on this bandwagon, and we are all just now joining along with her. She had been right the entire time. So
Yeah, y'all
Shout out to
been
Katie.
slacking.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
But no, I was with it. I love watching Dom get punched in the mouth by Becky.
Oh,
That
that
shit's
was fun.
funny.
Yeah, that was a cold punch, though.
That was a real punch.
Punch the
Yeah,
fuck
no,
out
she
this
hit him
nigga,
for
man.
real.
I
And
was
then
like, yikes.
Pat with like the fucking like he's with the telestrator, he's out here drawing and like doing the slow motion and shit. Oh, that shit funny.
There's one person on Twitter who always adds like sonic rings to somebody getting hit, and they added it to that. Oh, amazing!
I haven't seen that. That shit sounds
Yeah, what's
hilarious.
that dude's name?
I don't know what his name is, but he does it for everything.
Yeah.
We know who you are.
I also
buddy.
love when this shit gets personal, because Rhea said that she wants Becky to go home, sit on the couch, her daughter, and watch her daughter call her mommy. And Becky lost her shit. She's like, my dad never got to meet my daughter. That shit's not a fucking joke, bitch. Like,
Well, that's not exactly what she said, but yeah.
listen, that's what I heard. All right. That's the emotion that I got out of the situation. That's how it felt to me. That's all that matters.
It was
I
good.
No, it was good shit, Vince. I agree. Katie, spit or swallow.
Where do I want to go? I'm gonna stay in NXT. I'm gonna swallow Thea Hale versus Jasmine Nix.
Dude,
And-
Nix is fine as fuck.
She is.
I'm sorry.
And the brawl that ensued after the fact, because NXT just loves to utilize their women. I think better than the main roster. SmackDown's getting a little better. Raw, is terrible. But the match with Thea and Jasmine specifically, it was Jasmine's first match in NXT. Thea got in JC's face saying, "I thought you were my friend." JC basically just like slaps the shit out of her, doesn't get disqualified, whatever, it was the whole thing. And then Thea just goes apeshit and basically snaps Jasmine's arm in the Kimura lock, which was amazing. And then, brawl ensues, all the women. I hope we get like either a 6-woman tag or some type of tag match at Stand and Deliver between all of them. Let them just fight it out on a big stage. All of them can go.
Oh, it's
I think it'd be great.
I think they set it up for sure. I'm with it. I'm about it.
I'm going to assume it's Izzy Dane, Kiana James, and JC versus Fallon, Kalani, and Thea.
Yeah.
Listen, an excuse to get Kalani Jordan on the card.
Fight.
It was pretty. Listen. I say NXT 9 times out of 10 is my favorite show of the week, and it's because I prefer women's wrestling for the wrestling and also the aesthetic. I get both, and no one gives me more of that than NXT.
True.
Yep. There's a nice TikTok going on right now. It's like all the women in there, the fine women that were doing a TikTok. It's like Jada Parker. It's like a whole bunch of them.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I also saw on TikTok somebody was doing a TikTok and they were talking about how normally they're like, listen, I don't want to see you just hiring these models and these women and everything. And I'm pretty sure she pulled up a picture of Jasmine Nixon. She's like, I was wrong. Just keep doing what you're doing. Like, no, this is working. Like, never mind. I'm not going to say anything anymore.
Hey, Shawn Michaels got a type, and hey, might be my type too.
I can't blame him. I can't
Let me
blame
see
him.
that Explore page, Sean. Let me see what
Right.
that looks like.
That is the title.
I always say NXT is for the niggas, man.
Oh,
It is, man.
it's a black family.
NXT
Sean
is
always
for
wanted.
niggas. Yeah. That's like Trick and Melo's like the black son that he always wanted.
No,
Don't forget Wesley, bro.
Hey, Wesley too. I forgot about my homie Wes.
He was giving Wesley
coming
pep
back.
talks in the locker room. Hey, kid. It's like, all right, calm down, Sean.
Come here,
Whoa,
son.
man.
Let me tell you
Right.
something.
Let me tell you about the time Marty Jannetty betrayed me and I was out there on my own. That coward Marty Jannetty jumped through the barbershop window and I had to be on my own. Now you're on your own too.
oh man.
Marty Jannetty is wild. Darrell, spit or swallow.
I'm gonna do something crazy here.
Uh-oh.
Some way crazy, unexpected.
Okay.
I'm gonna swallow. NWA had a Falls Count Anywhere unsanctioned match between Mecha Wolf and Alex Misery.
Okay.
And it was so good. My plug was like, "Yo, go watch this." And I don't know what else is going on in the story. I don't know why Vampiro was there. Apparently, they were former tag partners, but I can say it was a good match.
Okay.
Don't ask what led up to the match, but it was a good match.
You can tell us.
I couldn't tell you.
The only
ask
thing what you
Vampiro.
said that I am vaguely familiar with is Vampiro. The rest of that was just I had no idea what the fuck you were talking about. But as we say, you're one of now, I guess you're the 6th person to watch NWA this week because we always say only 5 people watch NWA.
All
And
right.
Will's one of them. Now you're number 6. So
All right. Shout out to you, Will.
Shout out.
all right, B. You think of anything? Spit or swallow?
Nope. It's your turn again.
He's sacrificing for you.
All right. We'll stick with some spits then. I got Natalia defeating Lola Vice because why the fuck is Natalia
what the
getting wins
fuck
over
was
NXT
that?
talent on NXT?
Excuse me. Because Natalia is a heart. All right.
No.
Okay.
No.
Let me explain something to you. Not even in the Hart family, in the Neidhart family, there's a specific rank. It goes Jenny, Jim, everyone else, and then Natty.
Who's everyone else?
Well, the mom, the other sister that's not even on, like, she showed up one time on social media. Everyone else, and then
Hey.
Hey.
Natalya didn't wrestle for decades in leather cat suits with no underwear for you to disrespect her.
Leather cat suits with no underwear is also an option for a title.
She was trained by Bruce Hart. She deserves respect. Where were you when Natalya casually listed Nia Jax and people were like, yo, what is she doing? Why can't she do that? Just breaking kayfabe. Just wanting to show that she could do it. All right.
I can tell you where I was when they've repeatedly told me how many Guinness Book of World Records Natalya has broke. Like I give a fuck.
Right. Hey, you should. 20 years in the game.
Jenny, Jim, everyone else, Natalya.
Can Jenny do a sharpshooter? Fuck no.
You can put me in the sharpshooter. I'll tell you that right now.
Can she? All right.
No,
If
she
can,
can't do a
I'll
sharpshooter.
teach her.
No,
No,
you can't do it. You can't. You're not Canadian. You can't really do a sharpshooter right. You got to be Canadian actually to do it right.
I'll teach her the Scorpion Death Drop or Death Lock. Then
it's not better than sharpshooter.
The American version. Yeah, no, it's the American sharpshooter. We got this.
The American sharpshooter.
Yes, the cats are above Natty.
That's definitely a Fire Pro move right there.
Yeah, Tupac is a better Neidhart.
That's Cody Rhodes' new finisher. That's how he's going to be Roman. He's got the American sharpshooter locked in. Michael Cole's just going to be like, what is that? What is that? I've never seen that. It'd be great.
Oh man, that shit's funny. But nah, I'm with Matt. Lola Vice taking that L to Natalya. I ain't with it. I ain't with it.
She just won the fucking contract that gave her a title shot. Now we got Natty coming in and beating her on NXT TV. Like for what?
Hey,
for what?
That's a former women's champion right there. That's a former Divas champion right there.
Y'all got
former tag team champion.
Dom, you didn't tell me that Darrell was on Natty's payroll. That he's the one running her social media.
Oh, is he the assistant Bob? And we knew it.
Exactly.
If I had known that, I would have saw if he could have got me that free OnlyFans sub for Jenny's OnlyFans. Like, you got hookups? Because I'll shut the fuck up and start plugging Natty if that's the case. You can hook me up. I got you.
I might make it happen.
Okay.
I'll talk to you after the show. We'll make it happen.
All right. Dom, spit or swallow.
I'm gonna spit the match with what's the nigga named Stacks and Dragunov, because I really don't care about the NXT title match, to be honest. I really don't give a fuck about Tony D'Angelo. No disrespect to Italians, but he just doesn't get it from me, you know. On my show, I call him the Olive Garden nigga. That's what I call him.
He'll grow on you. He will grow on you, man. He grew on me.
It's just like a knockoff version of
forget about
FBI and stuff like that.
Nah, man. FBI was way too goofy.
Let me see if I can help you here, Dom. Do you care about me?
Yeah, you're cool. You're cool, I tell you.
Okay. Tony D is essentially surrogating me on NXT TV. So if you care about me, I need you to care about my guy, Tony D.
Damn.
When you look at him, see me, and be like, all right, that's my guy.
Except with a full head of hair, you know, just imagine him bald.
Listen, nobody. Hey, that's not important. All right. We don't need to go there, Vince.
Oh man,
I'm just trying to give him a visual. 17. It is what it is.
Hold on. I'm going to tell you when Tony grew on me real quick. When they were having the tag team feud over the championships, and he invited Out the Mud in. He's like, "I got your favorite drinks," and it was grape Kool-Aid. That grew on me, bro. I was like, "Yeah, I love this guy. I love this guy."
I don't
That's
remember
when he grew on
that.
me,
What
man.
the fuck?
It might have been grape soda, but it was definitely grape.
It's a grape drink.
I loved it.
Yeah. He's like, "I got that purple drink for you. Here you go."
Yeah, I loved it. I was like, all right, he grew on me. I can accept him now.
Tony sold me when they fired that dude from NXT, and then they threw him off the bridge with cement shoes. At that point, I was like, "That's my Dom," right?
Gotta love him.
Oh,
theme song kind of fire.
It is.
It took me a minute to get used to it, but like once you listen to it, I've been playing a lot of WWE 2K24, and it's on my set list for like when I'm doing shit in the background, and that shit goes hard.
I'll be fair. Like I know you gave me that Disturbed. I know you gave me that Disturbed Stone Cold theme song, but if you decide to change it, I'll take Tony D's theme too.
That's what I was gonna give you. I'm like, if I give him like if I make Matt in the game and I give him a Chicago Italian like gimmick, I'll give him Tony D. If I give him more of a Bray Wyatt type thing, I'll give him that Stone Cold Disturbed one. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I gotta unlock the Disturbed theme song though. I haven't gotten to that part of the showcase.
I also
like it, man.
Bro, that shit's too hard.
Long as hell, bro.
Yeah, that shit's long and too hard. I'm getting married next week. I don't got time for this shit.
I lost the Shawn Michaels Undertaker match, and I was like an hour into that match because those long ass clips. It's like watch this 30-minute clip of the match.
You need to make it like the north south fucking turbo. Like
I lost it. I was like, all right, I'm through with this for a week.
And I'm thinking about my fucking compass. I'm like, okay, north was this way, north south was like, what the fuck, huh? And I said north south, and I'm like, this is stupid.
I ain't bring my compass with me to play this game.
Two things real quick. Katie brought it up. I saw it in my notes. And I know you said Prime Target. I just said Swallow Tricks package. So
same,
yes.
But yeah.
And then also with what Dom said,
Lash Legend.
Yes, shout out to Lash Legend. Dragunov defeats Stax. It's time for a new game plan because you didn't mention the fact that they got a lawyer on the payroll now, and they sent that man to deliver a message. And Dragunov's all like, "Here's an invite to dinner." He's like, "I'm not going here. It's not at our restaurant. We'll see you there." So now I'm invested in where the fuck this is going to be at and what's going to happen because we already put Dragunov in a trunk and drove him to a bridge and made some innuendos. We're on some real Italian mob shit, and I need you to appreciate it, Dom. I do.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Like,
if you do, I can promise you when you come to Chicago, I will never put you in the trunk of my car and drive you to the.
Damn.
Nah, I know some mafia people too. No, I know some people. I know some black mafia family people, so they're pretty cool.
There we go.
Yeah.
There you go. Join the family, Dom. Join the family.
Before I let Vince go, and Vince, I'm not gonna take your time this time because I know normally I like the gimmick where I play the ad and say that was your spot and then I move on. I'm not going to do that to you, but we do have to take a quick ad break, ladies and gentlemen. Before we do that, I need to tell you guys to go check out patreon.com/creationworld. For $1, you get 3 shows. You get Return to Wrestling with me and Travis, where we sit down and break down old school WCW. Our latest episode was Road Wild 1998, where Travis forced me to sit down and watch Jay Leno and Diamond Dallas Page versus Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff in the fucking main event of that show.
I knew what was coming when you said that. I might be heading over there right now.
Yeah. So that was the thing. I spent all my time shitting on Hulk Hogan. That's basically what the show is. It's just me talking about how much I hate Hulk Hogan. So if you enjoy that, there's that for you. We also got Multiverse with Travis and Mara, which Darrell, I heard Josh Whedon and all that. Okay, sorry. Darrell, this might interest you. I heard you talking about the Snyderverse versus Joss Whedon and everything going on. So Multiverse with Travis and Mara is them breaking down the best of DC, which is the DC animated films.
I'm in.
That $1 gets you everything from the very first Nitro all the way up to where we are now with Road Wild 1998. You can go back and check that shit out. Everything that Travis and Mara have covered in Multiverse, Flashpoint, everything that they've done. Every month they break down a new DC animated film movie. And then our newest show, which is, if you have to ask, it is me and my wife sitting down reading Reddit Am I the Asshole posts, talking shit, and giving you guys a little insight into our relationship and stuff about us as well. Katie has been on twice. We've had Bridget, who was in the chat, and Mara from Creation World on for one episode. It's a good time. I was informed recently that I'm getting a third co-host, which is my wife's best friend. She just kind of told me it was happening. And I try not to tell my wife no too much. So it is what it is.
It's not like you have a choice in the matter anyways.
Right.
Not really, no.
You would have been the content then. Am I the asshole?
She just told me,
my wife wanted to have her friend join the podcast, and I told her no way.
Am I the asshole? She already bought all the equipment. So all that for $1. If you guys want to support us a little more, we have higher tiers. You still get everything that $1 tier, but you get more, including the show ad-free. But if you are watching us live, we have awesome sponsors. This is my favorite sponsor, and Travis is here to tell you about it now.
Spice things up in the bedroom? Then it's time to check out Adam and Eve. Did you see Adam and Eve is the leading adult toy store that offers a wide range of products to help you explore your sexual desires. Whether you're looking for something to use solo or with a partner, they have everything you need to satisfy your cravings. From vibrators to lingerie, bondage gear to lubricants, AdamandEve.com has it all. And the best part, you can shop with confidence, knowing that all their products are of high quality and backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. That means whether you bought a dildo, sex swing, penis ring, vibrator, anal sex toy, bondage toy, couples toy, lube, or accessory, you can get a refund within 90 days if you're not 100% satisfied. No questions asked. And right now, as a special offer to our listeners, Adam and Eve is giving you 50% off almost any item on their website. That's right, 50% off. And if you act now, you'll also get free shipping. So go to adamandeve.creationworld.com and use the offer code EROTICA at checkout. That's erotica at adamandeve.creationworld.com for 50% off almost any item and free shipping. Don't wait. This offer won't last very long. The link is in the description.
50% off and free shipping. You guys can't get a better deal than that. I just want to let the Powerbom Jutsu guys know I muted you because it doesn't automatically mute you. So it won't let me unmute.
Everybody's good.
Yeah. I just want to say I usually listen to the show, and that's why I'm aware of things like the Chicago Meatpacking District. We'll talk about that later. I've never actually seen Travis do that ad, and I gotta say the glasses, the shades, they really add to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really take it up a little. I might head over to adamandeve.com today.
Yeah.
Listen, I have known Travis since 3rd grade. That's my guy. He's been my guy forever. Him and I started Smackin It Raw, and then he got too busy doing other shit, and I had to go find a new co-host, and Vince was gracious enough to come along, and then Vince got cold feet and didn't want to commit to me, and then I went and got Katie, and now here we are. We're a threesome, and it's great. It works out fantastic.
He didn't want to commit to you, but he goes and gets married. Crazy, right?
Right. Crazy, right? Speaking of my non-committal friend Vince spit or swallow.
I'm so committed to the buildup of this LA Knight AJ Styles match at WrestleMania. It's got so much heat behind it, especially the segment on Smackdown where AJ is just like this paranoid, crazy fucking heel white redneck guy, basically. And then he's like, LA Knight, where are you? Is that you? Like, is that the cameraman? Is that you? And then messes with the cameraman, like calls him ugly to his face. Rude and unprovoked too.
Smacked his headphones off and everything.
For real, like for what? Man. For what reason, man? Like being rude, Alan Jones. Like I know you jacked this all fucked down. You're probably feeling yourself, but pump the brakes, slow your roll, man. LA Knight was actually there, hidden like with a fucking wig, looking like the fan from the Amanda show with like the black hair and shit in the and then they go back and forth. LA Knight gets on the stick. He adds more heat to the match. I'm very much looking forward to it. I was of the notion that this match should have a stipulation, but I think the first go round should be a non-gimmick match, and then at Backlash, you can go ahead and do a gimmick match. Like run that shit back, give it a little bit more time. But yeah, no, it was good shit. I'm enjoying LA Knight versus AJ Styles. It's one of the matches I'm looking forward to, and I just need to know if it's going to be on Saturday or Sunday so I can plan accordingly. But yeah, swallowing that.
So what I'm looking at says you're still muted. Can you say something to see if you're still muted?
He's still muted.
Yeah, he's still muted. So we got to figure out how to get you unmuted.
He got to do it himself. He got it.
Well,
I believe
there
him.
we go.
There it is.
Now you're good. Now we are. All right. I just didn't want you to start talking or try and add something, and then we miss it because
I would have never known if you didn't say nothing just now.
That's what I'm saying.
We got you.
Again.
Good luck.
Darrell listens to the show. He knows about the Chicago meat packing district and all that. I listen to the show. All three of you are funny. I can't miss anything from any of y'all. So I need to make sure everyone hears you. Katie.
Yes.
What would you like to spit or swallow next?
Oh shit. I don't know. Well, listen, in my defense, I typically would have like a lot of notes from Dynamite. I didn't watch that. But
Want me to tell you about something that might interest you that happened on Dynamite that happened with the women?
Oh, well, I know Willow won the Fatal 4-Way.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that match was really fucking good. I think I did write that as a swallow just in case I needed something as a backup. Is that what you were talking about?
It was, and then the belt shot from Julia Hart and the stare down with her and Mercedes.
Oh, see, I didn't know all that. I just knew Willow won.
Yeah. The stuff that Vince missed because he saw Mercedes pull up and he's like, oh, I guess I don't need to watch anything she does on the show.
She pulled up and I pulled out.
That's all he needed.
Hey, man. Pull up, you gotta pull in, man.
Hey, Mercedes, I'd never pull out on you.
That was what I was talking about, but what else you got, Katie?
Hold on, I'm writing that down for you.
I appreciate it.
That's what I do. I'm spitting Prophet and Bobby Lashley continuously getting beat up by the Final Testament for like it is a hate crime. It 100% is. It's so absurd. It's completely absurd. And now I gotta deal with Theory and Waller in that match at Mania. That's
ridiculous
to me.
They're a great tag team, but they're boring.
There's
nothing else for them to do. they are so lucky this tag team thing is working out. Otherwise, they were screwed.
No, but is it really working out though?
It's working for them. It's not working for me.
It's only working for them and them alone. It's nobody else.
They're getting themselves off.
If this is going to lead to like a 6-person tag and the Almighty Prophets end up winning at Mania like they so rightfully deserve, then I will be okay. If this leads to nothing, this is a hate crime and this is disrespectful.
They put Lashley in the Battle Royale last year. So
how you gonna go 2 years in a row, 2 Manias in a row with 2 nights each year and still not find a spot for the almighty Bobby Lashley?
It's crazy.
2 years
WWE champion Bobby Lashley, 2-time WWE
champion. Almighty pre-show watch.
The almighty champion.
Right.
Listen,
he just has a pre-show every year.
I don't want to take
pre-show.
I don't want to take credit for this because Young Kings Wrestling be preaching this ever since Triple H took over. He had a certain booking style in NXT. You know, a lot of African Americans, a lot of black folk over there in NXT didn't get much love. Bianca didn't really fully explode onto the scene until she got to main roster and away from Triple H's booking. Funny enough, Bianca is in the 6-woman tag match where she should have her own singles match. I'm not saying that I'm not okay with the 6-woman tag match. I'm just saying Bianca's a fucking star. She should have a singles match. So is Bobby. So is the Street Profits. They should all have their like moment in the sun. Like they did a whole they did a whole tally, and apparently AEW was booking black wrestlers better than WWE main roster was.
When you get called up to the main roster, Triple H sits you down in his office and he's like, I know you've seen what Shawn Michaels did. Get rid of that. Stop thinking about that shit. It's not going to happen up here. You can ask Booker T about that.
Damn.
Oh, man.
I know you come up north, but it ain't up north up here.
Oh, man.
Right.
Triple H's booking style to what Shawn is doing in NXT is very reminiscent to what Triple H did to Shawn Michaels in that parking lot prior to their SummerSlam match.
Taking it back. Was that the screwdriver? Taking it back.
Screwdriver.
Yeah.
All right, Darrell, what you got? Spit or swallow.
All right, go back to TNA.
I thought you were going to go back to NWA. I was like,
no. You think I'm watching NWA every week? No, absolutely not. Usually I really like Josh Alexander. Josh Alexander is a great wrestler, and he's been having some great matches lately. However, I'm going to spit whatever the hell they're doing with him right now. He's just doing open challenges every week. He's supposed to be feuding with Hammerstein, but Hammerstein mostly just sends in videos and shows up. Right now, it's like, oh, Hammerstein sold his headgear, and that's a feud, and it's stupid. And Josh is just having a bunch of open challenges. It's like, oh, Hammerstein's not here. Who am I going to fight this week? Somebody come out here, and they keep sending out people and having okay, they're good matches, but it's stupid. He fought Simon Gotch one week. This week it was Hot Sauce, Tracy Williams, and again, they're good matches. It's just stupid as hell. And it's just like,
sorry, who?
Hot Sauce Tracy Williams. You don't know Hot Sauce Tracy Williams?
I do not know Hot Sauce Tracy Williams.
Yeah, I didn't know him before this week either. So
okay, I saw Tracy Williams. Okay, wait. I saw Tracy Williams. He's an indie veteran. He always wrestles like all over the show. He wrestles in like Defy, all the indies throughout America.
Yeah, that's definitely the running thing. Like, oh, these guys, Josh Alexander's beating the king of the indies. He's taking them all on. So that's why I was like, somebody knows Hot Sauce Tracy Williams, and of course it's Dom, our historian.
Okay,
He
so
got his ass beat.
I'm not going to disparage being the king of the indies. However, if you've been a veteran on the indies for as long as apparently Hot Sauce Tracy Williams has been, and you have not been signed to a contract in a major company, maybe the hot sauce gimmicks ain't working for you. Like maybe you need something new.
Saucing?
It's not sauce.
Because he's not getting a contract. Because
he's Taco Bell mild sauce Tracy Williams.
Let's see. He's been wrestling since 2009.
Jesus.
Oh, ain't bad.
That's
not bad.
That's 10 years less than Natalia.
Listen, Durrell, I'll give you this.
There were else on the payroll for sure.
Natty in shorts is nice. I will say that. I don't need her beating Lola Vice on TV. It is what it is.
Oh man, this
B,
Tracy
you
Williams.
And I,
wow.
Because I got you. Me and B are spitting Pretty Deadly defeating KO and Orton with Logan Paul showing up with brass knucks to drop them. I was back and forth on this. I was like, I'm spitting it, and then Randy was going to go out and get him. And then I'm swallowing it, and then they saved Logan Paul from that ass whooping, and then I was spitting it again. So essentially, Orton sees the replay on the Tron after he's all mad at KO. He's like, what the fuck just happened? How did you lose? And sees that Logan Paul's under the ring, so they go get him. Randy starts whooping his ass, and then Pretty Deadly comes back out, makes the save. They take the stunner and the RKO, and Logan Paul gets off scot-free, and that's not what the fuck I wanted to see. I want to see Logan Paul get his ass beat. I always want to see Logan Paul get his ass beat. Every chance you get, you should be beating that man's ass.
I'm so disgusted that people keep dying for Logan Paul on this show. Yeah. Like Theory and Waller, they're gonna die for Logan Paul. Pretty Deadly, they dying for Logan Paul now. Logan Paul is less annoying in WWE 2K. Like only because he doesn't speak there. Like he doesn't speak or anything. He's less annoying. Like, and every wrestler is just gonna die for him. Like every tag team is gonna die for him. Like forget Street Profits. No. They're gonna die for Logan Paul. All right, forget Bobby Lashley. They're dying for Logan Paul next. It's ridiculous. Like,
and then this man runs, gets in and steals somebody's car and takes the fuck off.
Right.
Just like hit a
never
dude,
be carjacked by Logan Paul.
Hell no.
Logan Paul tries to carjack me. We're making YouTube headlines. This is Arn Anderson.
What's good,
style.
Ivan? What's good, Devin? So yeah, me and B are spitting that because fuck Logan Paul. Dom, what you got? Spit or swallow?
I'm gonna swallow the Blackpool Combat Club and my nigga Shibata beating the Righteous and Lance Archer on Collision. Because like Shibata's that nigga. I always say that, but he always scares me in the ring because of his brain injury.
For sure.
He got no business out there.
But it's always good seeing Shibata.
One wrong shot. When I call him Shibata bread, and one wrong shot, he might be bread. So,
but Shibata actually learned American style of wrestling faster than Nakamura. If you watch the ring styles, I feel like he grabs the American style over Nakamura, which they're both niggas though.
Yeah.
And then you got Okada wrestling garbage man, Eddie Kingston.
Okada's Okada's still my favorite. So hey, he got some prestige to that belt.
Hey, man,
that belt means something.
because I talked about this last week, right? You watched the Eddie Kingston Okada match last week, right?
Uh-huh.
Is that what the Rainmaker normally looks like? Because if so, I don't understand the fucking
Absolutely
hype. And I've said
not.
this. Okay. Because I've said, like, AEW has ruined a lot of these New Japan talents because I don't watch New Japan. I haven't gone out of my way to watch New Japan. Like, again, I watch what is easily accessible to me, right? So I hear about Omega, I hear about Okada, I hear about, the Young Bucks, all this shit. And then AEW has them and they present them to me. And I'm like, what the fuck was everybody so excited about? Because I'm not seeing it on their TV.
Yeah,
so it's got to be their presentation.
Like, it is their presentation. Because, like, Okada, they make him a big deal on AEW, but, like, I was about to say Ring of Honor, but in New Japan, like, he comes out, he is that guy. Like, like it's completely different. Like, I don't know what it is with AEW. It's like they don't present people the same. I'm skipping ahead in your rotation. I was gonna spit Jay White invading Billy Gunn's home, and I was just gonna talk about the presentation of Jay White involved in that. It's like Okada, they try to make him a big deal. He's got like a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, or whatever, and they got Jay White pulling up in a minivan. Like, why the fuck is Jay White riding solo in a minivan?
He's got the ass boys. He's got kids.
But they were already there, so he's just riding around the minivan by himself. Like,
listen,
maybe he dropped them off and had to do a lap, and then came back.
All right.
As someone who used to drive an all-black Dodge Ram and traded it in for a Subaru Ascent because I had a child, I get it, right? When you take those kids around, you need to be comfortable. And I've even gone and looked at some minivans, and the inside of some of those minivans are nice as fuck. Like, I consider getting a minivan, and I went with the SUV instead. So
SUV is the way to go.
I'm not gonna knock the minivan. However, you got two ass boys. You need to get them around. They got to be in car seats. You got to have enough room for the car seats.
Yeah, big ass car seats.
Are they though?
Oh man, yeah, I guess. But yeah, it's all in AEW's presentation. Like if you just watch, just go watch the Okada entrance from New Japan and just see how different they present him. It's like, I don't know what it is, man. AEW can't nail down the presentation. It's just, I don't know what it is. You just say
that was all Vince.
Okada's the John Cena of New Japan. That's more Tanahashi.
Okay. Well, he did say we should go back to TNA to see Okada in TNA.
No, don't do that.
No.
People always complain oh, TNA treated Okada so bad. He was such a star. And look, no. If you go back and look at TNA Okada, they treated him just the way he should have been treated. Since then, Okada's got his teeth fixed, changed up his hair.
He didn't have no swag back in the day, though. Just like Nakamura back in the day. Remember Nakamura?
That Okada back in TNA back in the day was the Stardust era.
Yeah,
he had his glow up. He's living his American Nightmare era now.
He used to stutter speaking Japanese. Like, come on, man. We're not asking you to cut promos. You fucking
wow.
Come on. Yeah, it was ridiculous. They did what they were supposed to do, and he's been grateful for it. He's talking about, I learned how to work a gimmick there. And look at him now. Look at him last month when he was in New Japan. He's the Rainmaker. He's somebody.
Honestly, the comparison of him and just in New Japan, I would say he's kind of like Randy Orton. So that pop that Randy Orton got at not Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, or just gets a pop in general. That's who Okada is in New Japan. So that's what you got to present him as. Imagine if Randy Orton shows up in AEW and he's just kind of saddled with the Ass Boys or something, and then now he's in Bullet Club, Viper, or whatever.
Right. I'll throw some of the TV. Seeing that.
If only Ivan, if only there was a show with debate in the name that we could bring Darrell on, where you could possibly debate him on who the John Cena of New Japan is. I don't know.
If there's a single show. It's crazy.
It's Tanahashi, man. Tanahashi was getting stabbed, and I'm still gonna take this match.
My mind's just going in circles.
All, man. That nigga been on all the Wrestle Kingdoms, Wrestle Kingdom 5 through now.
Come on, man. It's Tanahashi.
I'm with Darrell here. I'm on his side. Except for when he's talking about
if Ivan was here, you'd be on Ivan's side because I know you.
I like Ivan, but he's wrong
Tanahashi
here.
versus,
It's okay. I love
Tanahashi
him. Though.
versus John Cena is a dream match for mine.
Same. Me too.
We'll probably never get it, unfortunately.
Shit, I can do it in the fucking game right now.
Hey, look, I just got you booked, Darrell. See, Dom, I don't know if anyone knows this, right? But Dom came to me when I reached out at the beginning of the year, and I was like, hey, we're looking to do some more collabs. We went a little easy last year. We want to get everyone back that we love and have them back on. And Dom DM'd me, and he's like, listen, I'm going to hoe Daryl out this year, all right? He's going to come on the show because he didn't come out with me last year. Exactly what he told me. And now I'm assisting you because if Darrell wants it, I got him booked on Circle of Debate. We're holding him out.
Y'all both pimping out Darrell like he's your property.
Right.
I'm like,
feel like trash
out
right now.
here for a pimp.
Oh my goodness. That's
I'm
respect from me.
I'm like, yeah, Darrell, we're going on the show. And I'm like, oh, I can't make it. And Darrell went on the show by itself.
Oh man.
What show was it? It was Go for the Pin. I'm like, yeah, I'll show up.
Oh yeah.
I didn't show up. And Darrell showed up by himself. And I was asleep. Sorry.
Hey,
damn. I mean, listen, Darrell, if I didn't like you, if I didn't think you could do it, if I didn't think you were good, if I didn't have faith in you, I wouldn't do that to you, right? Like,
giving a pep talk to the horse, that's crazy.
I'm just saying, like, I don't pimp bad product around here, all right?
Oh my god.
I only
Man,
pimp
go
top-notch
make that $40,
product.
nigga.
And I want my 20%.
Listen, at the top of the show,
make it make you.
at the top of the show, Matt raves about him being the horse, so he knows about being a quality horse. So he's just letting you know you got. He
knows talent when he sees it.
You know that horse talk.
Speaking of horrors, Sultan of Spitter Swallow, Vince.
What's up? Okay. We were talking about Japanese wrestlers, so I'm gonna swallow a Japanese wrestler over on SmackDown. That Io Sky promo was very well done. She threw some shots at Bayley. She's like, Bayley started Damage Control because she was lost. She didn't have anything. She brought in new talent. Like the whole story of why Damage Control became a thing from Bayley's perspective is, hey, I'm trying to bring up other talent, bring them up to my level and like get them on the stage. And in one aspect is true because Dakota was out of the company and Bayley reached out, and then Hunter went ahead and made that happen. Io Sky finally got called up to main roster. Io's like, oh, she didn't really want to build us up. That's all cap. She really just kind of wanted to like surround herself and elevate herself by using us. And it was just good shit. Like the promo's really good, but I'm really swallowing it because Bayley got her licks back on Io from last week because she got that ass whooped. And I was pissed about that. Remember what I said? I'm like, whatever you do, don't make Bayley look like that stupid baby face getting her ass whooped leading up to WrestleMania. I'm looking at you, Cody. Now this week he got her lick back towards Io. So look, Bayley got her licks back. This match has a little bit more heat to it. Yeah. Thank you. You got something going there. Cody, it's your turn to try to get some licks back in before Mania.
He's got a week.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Week.
I'm really surprised with the storyline because I thought it was gonna be trash because Bayley went to Raw. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna take Rhea Ripley's belt, and Nia Jax was like, I beat your ass, and she was like, you know what? I don't need to be over here on Raw. And I was like, yo, she didn't even touch her. I was like, oh man, this storyline is about to be a trash. It's about to be a repeat of the Triple H Batista thing. But no, this is good. They've had some nice little swerves in there. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, it's what Rich Holland was trying to do by replicating the Salmon Jacket, Mark Henry retirement, but he failed horribly in it. Bayley and Io are doing it right. I like this. And then depending on where and how they book the women's matches, like if they have the Damage Control 6 women match before the Bayley WWE women's title match, that could be good because let's say the team of Bianca, Jade, and Naomi just destroy Damage Control, take them out of the equation. Now it becomes a singles match for that women's title, gives Bayley more of a chance to actually walk away as champion.
Speaking of that, listen, Ivan, you got to be careful, all right? Because Taekwon showed up when we were doing that Final Fantasy watch along, and he gets very jealous when men start hitting on me for some reason. then he went in a Discord and started talking all sorts of crazy shit that he thought he was going to get me on some shit, saying he had nudes of me and white hoods and all sorts of shit with things shaved in my chest. And I told him, if you got that, I'll cancel myself. Go ahead. Let's see it. Where they at?
That's how Zachary once got fired. Be careful.
I was like, listen, but here's the thing. If he has them, I'm going to be surprised. And he better have the tattoos right when he replicates that shit. So,
you're going to have them AI photos like they had Taylor Swift.
Right.
Listen, there's a lot of tattoos that AI photos got to get right. You better get the spelling and everything, and my birthmarks.
AI never gets the spelling right on shit.
Nope.
No.
Vince, I think the thumbnail should probably be Bianca, Naomi, and Jade pointing at the WrestleMania sign. Have you seen that picture on Instagram?
I already have a picture. I'll send it in the group chat right now.
I already had that. We all are on the same page because I already had it saved.
Yeah, I think we all saw it.
Yeah, I got that on my IG
that's
page.
The one I got.
My story.
That's the one I had.
I also have one of them just kind of like posing. That's like really good. Like,
see, they had the 3 black women on there because we had 3 black people on the show. I get what you guys doing. I see it.
Oh man.
Well, if that's the case, I'll start with you, Dom. Are you Jade? Are you Naomi? Or are you Bianca from Powerbom Jutsu? Where do you fall in that?
I want one of them answer. Go ahead, Darrell. You go first.
I can answer it.
Oh, you got the answer?
I got the answer. Okay.
You're going to answer on behalf. You're going to... Okay.
Here we go.
Dom is Bianca because Bianca is always on TV. She's always there consistently. She's promoted everywhere. Dom, 9 times out of 10, making the rounds. He's usually answering the DMs. Darrell is Naomi because just like Naomi, he's glowing right now in his little background. And B obviously is Jade because we've long been waiting for this debut, and just like she finally signed to SmackDown, B finally made his appearance on Smackin It Raw. So this is the first time we've seen him, the first time we've seen of Jade. Hot commodities. So I think I nailed that.
You know what, Vince? Listen,
I like that.
I was not expecting you to make that as smooth as you did. I'm gonna give you all the credit in the world.
I wasn't either.
Right.
I was worried. I was like, he's gonna fuck this up. No, you didn't. You did good. So, all right.
Mental clock's right twice a day.
You almost fucked up again.
Katie,
yes, sir.
Spit or swallow?
This is, I don't know what I consider this, to be honest. Wolf Dogs, shout out, Braun Breaker. You know what I'm saying? Only Braun Breaker. This is not for, I don't fuck with Baron Corbin.
Shout out Baron Corbin. He gets too much hate for no reason.
No,
why not?
I'm not a big Corbin guy. And then there was the whole broke ass Corbin thing, and then
that was
I went to Vegas and lost money, and then my friends started calling me that.
Happy Corbin was terrible. Broke ass Baron Corbin, bum ass Baron Corbin, gold.
Bum ass Baron Corbin was great until you fuckers, Matt, Vince, Cafeteria, started saying shit about me because I lost money in Vegas. You guys are mean.
Oh my goodness.
That'll do it. You guys.
Right. That's not all you lost in Vegas.
Shut up.
Okay.
Luggage. It happens. It's okay.
Like I say, in the words of Alpo, people lose every day, B. You be all right. You win some, you lose some.
There's good else in this battle.
My goodness.
Like niggas lose every day. You tough, right?
But yeah, I don't even know what the fuck I was saying. Wolf Dogs, I don't like them being tag champions. Especially when Braun was going up to the main roster. He was going to SmackDown, like he signed a fucking contract. It's like, what are we doing? And if you put those goddamn tag titles on the OC, I swear to God.
What? Come on. You gotta love the OC. No?
Listen, it's not necessarily about the OC. It's the fact that the OC isn't on NXT. They're on fucking SmackDown, and they're gonna go down and win the NXT tag titles.
Okay, cool.
Hey.
All right.
Hey, New Day won that. Remember, New Day was on Raw and won the NXT tag team titles.
And
It's
what do I
Philadelphia.
bitch about every fucking week? That there is no real brand split, that they don't know
Nope.
what the fuck it is, and they don't know how to abide by it.
Yes, people show up anywhere.
They just go wherever the fuck they want. And they
Well, NXT is not a real brand. It's a
Roman's gonna be on
developmental
Raw.
system.
Roman's gonna be on Raw. He's not undisputed champion where he's got both world titles. You know, he can't do that no more.
Hey, but his
Roman's
opponent for
the
WrestleMania is
head
on
nigga
Raw.
in charge, so he can do anything he wants.
Yeah, he's head of the table. Come on now.
Is he though?
Right now,
Rock be
Roman's
talking a
sitting
lot
at
of
the head of
shit.
the kitty table.
I don't know, man.
Ivan said Tamatonga's coming. We might see a reunion.
Yeah, but like, no. Listen, Tama Tonga
man,
is fine by himself. He doesn't need a Bullet Club. He doesn't need a Bloodline. He doesn't need any of that shit. Just let him be him. He's been in the Bullet Club for 1,000 fucking years.
He's an OG. I just want to see him with Carl Anderson again, and I feel like he could fill that. He could be that pseudo AJ role
in like TNA or some shit. I don't care.
Here's why he won't work by himself. At least not in WWE. He cusses way too much.
Yes.
Like it's gonna sound like a Rock promo. Just silence.
They're going to Netflix in a few months. They won't care.
You're right.
You put him on Raw, he's fine.
I am very curious as to how this whole Netflix deal is going to play out with the audience and what they let slide, because you don't have any national sponsorships that you're going to lose. Saying some shit, because I've seen
no censors.
Shit. I watched the first season of The Witcher. Like I've seen crazy shit over on Netflix.
Yeah.
You can get away with some shit. So
yeah.
I mean, for all we know, if the OC stay on NXT and become tag champions, Tama Tonga joining NXT would probably be one of the better routes for him to go. Join Mia Yim over there as well. You have Bullet Club, whatever the OC be in NXT. I mean, who knows? They might be able to get away with some shit on CW. You know, like I feel like you can get away with some shit on CW.
No, the only thing you get away with on
TV.
CW
That's public,
quote unquote sex, and that's about it.
I don't even know you can get away with sex on NXT or on the CW.
That's why quote unquote they didn't really show anything.
Had some action in there.
Oh,
never know.
No. Nah.
Okay. Ivan, we'll talk after the show. So Vince took me and B's last spit or swallow. So I think we're just gonna kind of open up the floor to any further spits or swallows or anything that Darrell, Dom, Katie, or Vince has that we haven't talked about.
I got one from Monday Night Raw. It was the Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae tag team match. And then Candice doing a whole heel shit. And Indy's acting surprised, like, oh my gosh, she's doing a heel shit. Like she wasn't a fucking heel before. It's like it's so fucking
Candice
stupid.
is best as a heel.
Yeah, but no, Indy Hartwell was acting like
there was no tag match. There was no tag match, Don. What you talking about?
It wasn't Candice. It was Candice versus Ivy.
Yeah, it was a tag match last week, and she did the same thing.
And she did the same thing. She's acting like she was surprised being a heel. Like, Indy, you've
been doing it for like 3 weeks in a row. Why are you surprised, Indy?
Right.
She's just attacking people.
Right. You don't watch the show, Indy? Come on.
She does not. Clearly.
Like, he wasn't a heel before. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. You out there on that Jake the Snake? Is that why you forgot?
Wasn't she like one of the Ghostface like killers, like on NXT Halloween Havoc or whatever the fuck it was when she first joined the way? Mm-hmm. Yeah, how do you not remember how things go?
Like,
I don't
you don't remember
where you came from?
You don't remember when they all showed up in Ghostface masks? And
her in Theory. They
showed
up. Yeah, they showed up in Ghostface.
Yeah,
basically.
I mean, I know it happened. I just don't remember. Listen, there's been a lot that happened on NXT.
I'm just as big of a Scream fan as you are. I'm surprised that's not like one of the things that's burned into your brain.
I remember it, and I've only watched the last Scream movie, and the first one.
Right, Pepperidge Farm.
I blame Theory on that one. That's Theory's fault.
I can see that.
Yep.
Theory in the Way was probably the best use of Theory. To be honest,
Vince, you said you got 2 more spits and swallows.
Yeah, real quick. I mean, you kind of touched upon that, Dom. I'm spitting the women's match being so short. Like the only women's match on the 3-hour Raw program, and you get like maybe like a minute in there. Like I get it. Like you gotta like cut things down, but you know you gotta cut other things down. You know, let the women go a little bit. Was that a test
Maybe
run
if
for?
Dwayne didn't take 20 minutes to get to the fucking ring and stand there, I could have got a longer women's match.
Shout out to Piper Nevin. She told you it's women's time to shine with 3-minute matches.
Yeah, but that's a spit, and a quick swallow was the first match of Raw. Maybe it was because I was live and it was the first match at the arena. But Ricochet versus JD McDonough was actually a really, really good match, more than it had any right to be. So I'm swallowing that.
We talked about it.
You having a sign too. Get your sign.
Let the woman open up.
Hey, there was a Smackin It Raw sign there too. It wasn't just.
I'm sorry.
It's easier to see the white sign. All right. Our logo is a little darker. It's harder to see in the dark, but it was there.
What are you trying to insinuate?
I'm just saying they only saw the Get Yo sign. We've had this discussion, Vince.
All right. Well, so we'll make a white sign.
Yeah, you gotta make a white sign with the Smackin It Raw logo circle in the middle so everyone can see it.
Or I could just put like a bunch of like cum shots on the sign so people can see it.
Or just make a sign with everybody's logo on it. So look at it's everybody's logo here.
Oh man, I love it.
Holding hands.
I only promote the shows that I'm a member of. So, but like I can take bribes.
Welcome to Powerbom Jutsu, buddy.
We do a Shig Night. Like you're a part of it.
Right,
So,
exactly.
There's no choice.
Ivan said Spitter swallow the speed title. We talked about that in news and rumors. We all kind of spit that, saying that they're doing it on X though. I was like, everyone's going to be on ecstasy.
Amazing.
Everyone's on ecstasy.
Twitter. Yeah, everyone's on ecstasy. That's going to be crazy.
That'll be fun. Bring back the Attitude Era.
That's why they can only do 3 minutes. They can only get away with so much.
Looks like you're officially a Circle of Debate member now too.
Listen. My name is not the word of Matt Ritter. I am not a whore. I am a committed man. As
Lies.
of next week Thursday.
Lies.
Hey, well, until then. Right. Oh my goodness.
What else you got, Vince?
Those were the two. Like
okay.
The women match being too short, and then JD Ricochet being too damn good for what it needed to be, but they slapped.
Can I seriously spit that home invasion? I really hated it.
Yeah,
I really hated it. Like they didn't break in, they didn't invade anything. They walked in through the garage. They were really nice. They didn't even scratch the truck up, which is ridiculous. Like they went in the kitchen. And he's like, "I'm gonna knock over some bottled water. It's not even gonna spill. It's very gently, just nicely." He threw some condiment packages in the air. Like you didn't even step on them, make a mess. It was so polite. It's like a kid throwing a tantrum. It's like you didn't knock over any of the photos. It's like they went in there. It's like, hey, our mom still lives there. We need to be really gentle here. It's like
Darrell.
They inside the TV.
Yo, I don't know about y'all, but that gives me like Tim Duncan, Week of Greatness, Foot Locker commercial energy.
Right.
It's like, oh my god, I'm so excited. I just knocked over a plant in excitement.
He
just like,
I loved it. Hey, yo, you know I didn't play Tim Duncan to me. I loved it. Love Tim Duncan. Like,
don't take advantage of having guests on here to try and slide your basketball bullshit in on my show.
Hey, I love Tim Duncan. We'll talk about Tim Duncan, right?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm a member of Powerbom Jutsu now. We're here to talk basketball.
Right. There you go.
Show Powerbom Jutsu. Half the time we don't talk about wrestling. Sometimes we talk about basketball, a whole bunch of random shit like an hour.
Sounds like my kind of podcast.
Right. Derailed the show.
Well, that's why I brought up the DC shit for the plug, because I sit there and listen to 15 minutes of Darrell talking about what DC shows are good and which ones were trash, and how Joss Whedon fucked everything up. Like,
right, yeah.
I get TNA, I get some basketball, I get a little bit of DC stuff. Like, you get everything over there. Is everyone out of stuff to plug or spit or swallow? We're all good.
I don't have anything.
Apparently, I'm a whore according to Powerbom Jutsu, Matt, and Circle of Debate. So.
Right, it is what it is. But
we got 3 whores on the show now.
Another thing that we do. Who's the third?
Well, you said you, and then you pimping out Darrell with Dom, and then now me.
I really thought he was going to say me, and this was going to turn into a whole other fucking show.
We have tried to pay Katie when she was in Chicago to go to Vince's house and drop kick him. Like,
I had a migraine. I
One of
didn't
the
even
members of the
remove
chat
it.
was going to order her Uber to the house and everything. Like,
Jesus,
I wanted
willing to give away my address too.
Yeah, everyone was willing to. But
Oh my goodness.
Who ran in Zelina Vega's house during her show and attacked her?
Oh wait.
Bianca.
It was Bianca. Yeah, that's what we were looking for.
Bianca.
We needed you to Bianca and Vince to be Zelina. And just come in
Listen,
and
I
rock 'em.
know. If I wouldn't have had a migraine, I would have. But it was a rough day for me.
You could have given me a migraine. I'm just saying.
I didn't even want to move. I was sitting in the dark with my hood up. What makes you think I could get in an
Feel it.
Uber and then drive to you?
It's been a while since I've heard you say anything, but this is the end of the show. So before we sign out, I ask everybody one question, and don't worry, it's not anything dirty. What was your favorite show you watched this week?
Wrestling wise,
Yes.
it would have to be SmackDown.
SmackDown?
What?
Yeah.
Smackdown?
I only watch Raw and SmackDown, and I barely watch Raw.
He said, "What?"
Tripping, my
I mean,
guy.
listen, he is being true to himself. He's not lying
Yeah.
and making shit up.
I
I
know.
watched 2 shows.
That's
One
all
of
we
them
There's
was
your
know.
only
little
half.
answers.
It is what it is.
Yeah, and it's only
Uh,
SmackDown because I watched it longer than Raw.
I
There you
feel
go.
that.
There you go.
That's all we love you. Honesty.
Mhm.
We ain't
Well,
never gonna
your
lie
favorite
to you.
show. Darrell, your favorite
me?
show?
Oh,
Yep.
I
listen, man.
guess I'm just gonna say TNA and just stick with the program.
The program you talk about the most. Yeah, I'm surprised.
I just stick with the program, man.
That's fair. That's fair. Dom, what you got?
I'm gonna go NWA.
Good show. Good show.
He didn't say a single thing about it. He's like, "Yeah, this."
Oh my goodness,
I'm gonna go with Raw just because of Rock beating Cody Rhodes. That's the only.
that was nice.
Man.
That's the
That
only
was
thing, you know.
nice.
Even though it was Raw is too damn long, I always complain about it. But the Rock
Man,
pairing beating up Cody Rhodes was my favorite show.
that would have been so much nicer if we knew what The Rock was saying.
He told him like, "Yo, I'm gonna whoop your ass later on." And just
No, he
just
said,
wait.
He said,
"Look here, Cody. Bleep, 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 bleepity, bleep, bleep. Look at your boy. Bleep, bleep, bleep,
"Oh,
bleepity,
yeah,
bleep, bleep."
don't fuck with the final boss type shit."
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, with the final boss shit though, there's a lot of debates for who's the final boss on Twitter. You guys have been seeing that?
It's
Is
Mako
Samoa Joe
Satomura,
this year?
and everyone else can fuck
Exactly.
off.
And people don't know that.
Wow.
Like I tweeted that this morning. That's the real final boss.
Oh my goodness.
The Rock can't stand
Let's
toe to
say-
toe with Mako Satomura.
Ivan, I've been in your chat. Listen, you go when I go at work, so I cannot watch it live, but I listen to everything. And you know this. And I have even taken breaks at work and come in your chat to show you love. What are you talking about? You know I'm there. And Vince is a whore. Speaking of Vince, what's your favorite show?
Listen, I was there in attendance. Honestly, Raw from top to bottom didn't have too many misses, except for like the women getting the shaft, and like getting their time
That's
crunched
wild.
down. So like, I know my phrasing might not have been the best, but we didn't even talk about it. Main event: Jey Uso versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Like, The Rock gave us probably one of the best endings to Raw in the last couple years. So that was fantastic. The CM Punk stuff, Raw. I was there live. It was Chicago. Chicago does it best. Raw.
Katie?
NXT. I got women. I got Prime Target. I got Tony D'Angelo and Stacks doing business, and I got good shit on NXT. You know, that's my show.
I'm gonna have to go with Vince and say Raw for all of the
Whatever.
reasons that Vince said, but specifically, I mean, the logo is the Chicago flag of this show. So
Yeah, anytime there's a show in Chicago, I know what the fucking answer is.
I don't even watch basketball, but part of the Bulls entrance music plays in the beginning of our show before the beat drops. Like,
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
it's sampled. Shout out to Jalen on the beat.
So did you just stop watching basketball when the Bulls started sucking, or is this just like a lifelong?
yeah, as soon as Jordan said he was going to the Wizards, I said I was going to stop
You was
watching
like,
basketball.
done?
Just kind of like when Jay Cutler lost like for his 3rd season straight, I stopped watching the Bears play football. Like,
Yeah, I can't blame you for that.
Dang.
yeah,
I can't imagine what you're going through now with Justin Fields, man. He's not on
I'm not
the
going
team
through
no more.
anything. That's the thing. I had a whole debate with the guy at work. He's like, why don't you, you're in Chicago Bears. I'm like, listen, when the Bears start winning, I'll start watching again. Until then, I'm not doing that shit. He goes, but this is the year you got to get on before they get good. I'm like, no, I'm going to wait till they get good. And also, I went and I checked out the results, and I was like, what were you saying about this being the year they were going to be good? Didn't they win? No? Oh, no? Not this year? All right,
Are you watching any sports? Are you watching any sports? Because I think I'm not super into hockey, but I think the Blackhawks are sucking this year too.
My wife is a big Blackhawks fan, so I keep up with that through her. I do watch football. I just don't watch the Bears.
I don't blame you. It's okay.
That's really the only sport I watch. Honestly.
You know how hard it is for me to watch the Colts? It's terrible. How far we both fallen. That was a Super Bowl matchup a few decades ago. Right.
I've stopped watching Bulls games this year because it's been like that.
I'm also a White Sox fan because I'm from the south side of Chicago. My wife's a Cubs fan. She's from up north, so she's having a little better time than I am lately in the last 20 some years, because the last thing we did was in 05, but it is what it is. So now that we are at the end of the show, which one of you three would like to tell everyone where they can find Powerbom Jutsu and what you guys got going on? Dom?
Darrell? No, it sounds like Dom. He's the pro.
He raised the finger. I thought that was
about We're acknowledging you, Dom. We're acknowledging you, Dom.
I was pointing Darrell.
Our tribal chief. You don't like talking to this guy. This guy. Okay. All right. I got this. I can do this. So you can find Powerbom Jutsu, iTunes, Stitcher, Stitcher's dead, Spotify, and basically anywhere else you're able to listen to podcasts, because Google's dying too, so it's not even, that's done too. But if you want to find us on social media, there's Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. I think there's a Facebook. I don't see, this is why Dom should did it. But Powerbom Jutsu everywhere. We're everywhere. If you can find Smackin It Raw, we're not far behind. Trust me.
Okay. There you go. You did great.
Coming soon on Napster too.
Napster. Bringing it back.
Again, guys, I watch them, or I listen to them every week. They're hilarious. I love these guys. Go check them out. Show them some love. Waste of White Skin was a great episode. They just dropped another one. I listen to you guys on my way to them while I'm at work driving around. So you guys dropped it, and then I had Friday off. So have not got to it yet, but I will. Go check them out. Vince, bend over and plug yourself for everybody.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at SESVince. Linktree in my bio takes you to all the audio links for the archives of Straight Talk, where I talk basketball freely over there without judgment. But I also encourage you to go over to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/SESVince, where the Wrestling March Madness 2K24 edition, the 32 tag team bracket is still up, available. Go check it out. Dom was there. He was a judge. Katie was there. She was the judge. Yep. Matt was there, impromptu, but he was a judge.
Did a run in.
It was my daughter Zoe. She was on my 3-year-old was on a podcast tour last month, or this past month.
This month.
And Vince's March Madness was one of those things, and she laid down the law. She came in and told everybody they were wrong and picked tag teams. She didn't even know who the fuck they were, but she handled her business.
She was doing good.
She runs the family. She's letting you know.
She's the head of the table.
Right.
Yeah, check that out.
Oh, Katie?
You can follow me on Twitter, KatieWrestling13, link to about to all things She Elite Showcase, twitch.tv/She Elite Showcase, and youtube.com/She Elite Showcase, typically Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern-ish. Latest episode is out. It was another solo to Katie because, schedules, things. I ranked WrestleMania entrances. That's up on the YouTube based off of WWE's list and some of my own, because they included none of Bianca's in their fucking list. So I had to include hers because it's disrespectful. Matt's going to talk about getting off. We're doing that tomorrow. We're going to try and do a She Elite next week, depending on the quality of my Airbnb Wi-Fi. If not, you'll see me at WrestleMania if you're going. I'll be there.
Nice.
All right. And as always, you guys can follow me at Matt Ridder, MATTRIDDER, for your wrestling content, at Getting Off for your horror content. Katie mentioned it tomorrow, same time, same channel. We will be live for trivia. I am your trivia host. Will is my Vanna White. Katie, Tommy, and Reek are going to be our trivia contestants. We're going to determine the first trick or treat trivia champion. So come join us for that. It's going to be a good time, and it is the last time you guys are going to see me for a week because there is no Smackin' It Raw next week. I will not be on Creation Conversation on Friday. So come say hi to me one last time before I take a week off and a well-deserved vacation. You guys can also follow me everywhere else on socials at Smackin' It Raw, TikTok, Threads, Instagram, and Blue Sky. All of that, and that gets you a little bit of getting off. That gets you a little bit of Smackin' It Raw. Also, Creation World, the banner under which the Smackin' It Raw podcast exists. All of that at It's Creation World, ITSCREATIA World. And YouTube.com, Twitch.tv, all Creation World. Go check and follow and subscribe and do all those things you guys are supposed to do. For Miss Bay, SES Vince, Dom Durrell, and B from Powerbom Jutsu. I am the patron saint of podcasts and the Warden Matt Ritter, and this has been your #1 wrestling podcast on places where you can find people having sex on the internet.